Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our second day in court for our Great Ace Attorney playthrough series. We're up to part 16. It's not ours, it's our second day, like inhuman second day, but in game, still the first day of court. Last time, as you know, we had those two people who shot Sherlock come in and testify against us. So, like, I have no idea what's gonna happen in this game. Like, we'll find out. Let's find out now. In fact, enough of a recount. Let's just go straight in. You know, who cares about recount? We'll figure it out as we go along.
Order, please! Let us resume proceedings! Witnesses, you'll now retake the stand!
I
presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination?
Yep. You guys shot a guy. Oh, yeah, Governor. I did, Gov. I did. Mr. Skulkin. Core, blimey. It's so in sync. I do like them, despite them being, you know, like actual criminals and shooting a friend. This is gonna be hard work. It's okay, Norinosuke, I got your back. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions off the Endo Winty Banks. Well, it was Bedlam soon as, wasn't it? It was, Nash, it was. Didn't have time to pull me dukes out of my Lucy lockets. Lucy lockets. However, that was a lie. You brothers. Core, blimey. On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. I never did nothing of the sort. How'd you... How'd you figure it out? Get your story straight, come on.
You now give us formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question. And this time, you will tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment.
Oh, okay. Alright. I guess. That's the second glass that we destroyed this case? I'm keeping tally. Fuck you. That gentleman may deal a crushing blow. Oh, and that gentleman may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. A thought worth pondering, perhaps.
Say no more couple here. We're black, we'll squeak,
We'll peach? Peach? Okay. Oh yeah, cause you guys rifled through. Oh hey, it's actually really obvious when you scroll through them like this, huh? If you look at the stack of things, you see it moving. Huh. Fascinating. Illegal entry, the whole truth.
Alright, we did knock a few things over. We weren't rifling for nothing. It was when we heard the gunshot, see? It's with jump and all that stuff and flying.
Lummy, it didn't. Okay. Lummy, it didn't half give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter would come out the door next, out the door and get us next. Okay.
Lummy didn't give off me a fright. It's like everything back where we found it and scampered.
Scarpered? Not scampered. Scarpered? Straight into him in the black.
We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we?
But shot someone else.
So you admit the defense's accusations? You did indeed ransack Mr. Windybank's countertop on the night in question.
Not ransack, Governor, no. That's right, Nash. That's right. It's more like we tidied up. Yeah.
A likely story.
Ugh. Sorry.
By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess.
The way you say it, we hardly sound like gruffs at all.
Yeah, he's very convincing, isn't he? That zieks.
We don't, Nash, we don't.
Could he make us sound a bit more cutthroat? Wait. You guys want to sound like criminals?
Oh, no, make us sound tougher.
Can't just be a coincidence that these men showed up at the Windybanks that night. Yeah, exactly. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Alright. We'll figure it out. We'll find out. We'll get this out yet of Waluigi and Wario. Okay.
We weren't rifling for nothing.
Press everything. If that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place?
Well, you know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we? We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we admitted to something like that, people would think we were up to no good.
And you kind of were.
Well said, Ringo, me old China.
Okay. Oh, like the bone china, okay.
We'd only land ourselves in even more trouble.
And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Land yourself in even more trouble.
Well, that's rotten luck.
Says the rotten apple eater. Witnesses, explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the Windybank's counter?
We never ransacked nothing. Right, Nash, right. We'll tidy the place up.
I love how even Van Zyx looks really done. He's like, oh my fucking god, these people.
Sorry.
Oh, that jiggle physics when he lunges forward, and his cheeks just jiggle.
Hold it!
So what you're saying is, the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much, you knocked all those things off the counter?
Well, it shocked one of us so much, yeah. Bag of nerves learned to keep his shirt on. It was rather right, blimey. Me dead granny would have woken up that bang. Big brother here screamed like a blooming baby and fell over the counter. You knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull, whatnot. You got tangled up in some marionette, what? Knocked over a picture frame, what? Knocked them scales on the floor.
Holy shit, you guys got like an inventory of like literally everything. You really mastered working quietly then.
What a racket! Your granny would have scared back off into a grave at a clatter like that.
So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise.
And then some. It was quiet as a mouse and all of a sudden, bang!
Gregson? Do you have something to say?
Excuse me.
Inspector Gregson! Do you have something to add?
Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels.
Yeah. No, I mean something to add to their testimony. You seemed to react just now at what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something?
Probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it. Only... Well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore little details.
Yes, thank you, Gregson. But how about you just tell us what's on your mind?
As you know, well, those fellows up the yard's question last night. The statement they gave then told a slightly different story to what they're saying now.
Ooh. Idiots! Keep your story straight!
Did it?
Claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot.
Might have, Gov, might have. Doesn't ring a bell now that you mention it.
Granted, it's only a minor detail. Still,
No, it's a major detail!
can't help feeling like perhaps you were a bit sloppy with the testimony, eh, fellas? I discovered the witness testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be. I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them.
Easy. I'll get it right this time. That's it. Yep. It's all coming back to me now.
And speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds. Sirs.
Right you are, Gov.
SMH. Ooh. Right before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun."
Hold it!
Give me that gun. It couldn't have been an accident because he was shot from the back. So who said that? Huh? What happened, I wonder? So, in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously?
We did, Gov, we did. Although, I suppose if you're being honest, we're kind of wavering voice before the yell and all.
Wavering voice?
If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun!
Bam.
Kind of thing.
Korean acting tragically missed. Where's the autopsy report? Autopsy report. Our autopsy report. Here it is. Single bullet wound in upper half of victim's back. Bullet empty body from the back on a gently rising diagonal. Yeah, so that contradicts what they're saying. Nani kore. And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell?
Of course we could! From the other side of that door behind the counter it was!
From the storeroom where the victim was found dead. And the voice you heard, is that of the victim, Mr. Windybang?
On me granny's life! Of course it was!
On his granny's life? That would be your granny too. You guys are related.
On his granny's life! Of course it was!
So it would mean that But you both knew that Mr. Windybank and the sound of his voice?
So that would mean what? What? That's what? Any ideas?
Yes, Counsel, indeed it would.
No, we didn't know that, geezer. How am I supposed to know when the book and all the fancy clubbers gave us the evil eye?
Just intimidating the witnesses from his stand. To be fair, that is a very powerful glare. If you value your lives, you ensure your testimony is accurate and true.
Call me Granny's life it is! On his Granny life it must be!
It's a good job his granny's dead! To summarize then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then heard the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them all over the shop floor.
Yeah, make it sound like we're clumsy. Don't forget we tied up after like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it. Look what owned the place was holding a gun, so he should have just fired instead of yelling at the girl.
Eh? Why do you think that he was holding the gun?
Hold it!
You're saying that Mr. Windybanks had the gun in his hands?
Oh yeah, bet that was a sight, eh? Two of them waving guns at each other. Must've got pretty heated.
Those two guns?
I mean, just before he shouted, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't want to get
shot.
Didn't really sound like he meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say.
Mr. Windybanks was known to keep a revolver in his shop counter at all times. People say to protect the articles in his keeping, he'd readily pull a bullet in someone's head if required. That's someone, being himself, of course.
Yeah, we saw that firsthand. Good grief! Extraordinary devotion indeed! If alarmingly misguided. Yeah.
Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to put the trigger that night. Only the person he was gonna beat him to it. Cooked is goose proper. Bet he wished he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun!"
And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot?
It was more or less at the same time, Gov.
Give me that gun!
Kinda thing.
Yes, career in acting, very tragically missed.
Then we heard the sound of someone in the deck. Before everything went dead quiet. After that, he's done a sub-dash job tidying the place up.
Oh, okay. Now should Ringo make me think I'm not listening to English? Yeah, their accents are quite heavy indeed, aren't they? But what they're saying doesn't fit what we know about the case so far. But I don't know if I should present now or wait. I think I'll wait. I think I'll press some more and then see if there's, just in case there's something else, you know?
Hold it!
So you didn't try to open the storeroom door then?
Not in your life. It went deathly quiet after that, it did. Put the wind right up me. But anyway, the door was locked, weren't it? No way it was opening.
Yeah, of course. It was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe. Because again, like I said before, there was a huge fucking what's it called again?
Peephole?
It's not really a peephole as much as it's a giant opening. You could just like reach in and like lock the door and like come back out. I don't know. I feel like that's a bad locked door case.
It was, Governor. It was from the inside. Right. So we had no way of knowing what was going on in there, did we?
Unless there was some other way to get a view of the inside the storeroom. Like, oh yeah, through the keyhole. Like through the keyhole or a spy hole, perhaps?
Don't ring no bells, no lights. We had cut and run before we noticed anything like that. We're still cutting our teeth in this game, see? But one day, We really cut the mustard.
What are you saying? Please cut it out. But as we know, behind the door was the victim's lifeless body, with the accused not 2 feet away. Yeah, unfortunately. Are they just blatantly saying that they'd be better criminals? Like, I think cut the mustard is like make it. It's like a slang for make it. I'm not 100%. So, I think they're saying that one day they'll make it big. Maybe as better criminals, yeah. Oh god. They're like truly like a caricature. Like the biggest caricature of like a criminal I've ever seen. They are like Super Mario Bros. Level. They're like Wario and Waluigi. Like truly, that's what they are. Except less successful. Oh man. Gina was in there, unconscious with a gun in the hand. To confirm, it would be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom?
That's right, Gov. That's right. Couldn't have if we wanted to. So everything back where I found it and scarp it straight into him in the black.
Hold it!
Straight into him? Us? Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, yeah. It was a bit hasty there. It was, naturally was.
Truth be told,
I was already shaking like a leaf when you lot turned up. If you're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand!
yeah, Iris is right.
Good advice, miss. Good advice. Truth be told, me mind went totally blank. Before your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loaded gun in your hand!
Yes, Iris, please tell them. Gun safety.
Mental note made, miss. After that, we later down the streets, but apparently we look dodgy to the coppers or something, or somewhat. So they clapped the Darbies on us like winking.
I mean, yeah, you guys literally look like the most sus people. And after you had been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, listen, it proves it, didn't it? Eh?
Proves it that you didn't shoot Mr. Windybanks.
Hold it!
And why should we believe that?
Eh, what? Well, because it's true, isn't it? Plus, it's totally empty when we went in.
At the time, the victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. In other words, on the night in question, those 2 witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Windybank. Correct? Fuck you.
You got it, mister? Down to a T.
I can't stay mad at the 2 though, because their synchronized hand clapping is so cute. So the Scullion brothers never actually encountered Mr. Windybank. Is that really true, I wonder? Because they knew what he sounded like. So I should probably present something at that statement.
That's it?
That's the full extent of their testimony?
What is it, Bruno? You look very fierce. I could pour you some herbal tea if you're tired.
Oh, thank you, but I'm fine. Being such a logical thinker, you probably laugh, but I feel as though the brothers are still hiding something. Something important. It's nothing more than a feeling, though. I have no proof to support it.
Well, feelings can be very logical at times.
Sorry?
People's expressions, the movements of their eyes, the words they choose. You take them all in and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with a feeling like you describe. You've concluded that there's something suspicious about the testimony without knowing why, that's all. Ding.
Oh.
I think you should trust your instincts.
Iris, thank you. Oh, she's so supportive, I love her. Sometimes I think if she's only 10 years old, I must be 5. Yeah, God, I feel like a newborn babe if she's only 10. Okay, let's head back over to the... Is it this one? Or that gun? What's holding a gun? Should I present? What should I present though? I think this one, right?
Objection!
You're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windybank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct?
That's it, Gov. You've got the picture. He has, Nash, he has. No question.
And yet the photographic evidence from the time of the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windybank was not in possession of a firearm of any description.
Objection!
Yeah, shut your mouth. Can it? Fuck you. You surprise me. Does the defense really intend to highlight evidence that compromises the position of the accused even more? Look, I'm going somewhere with this, okay? Trust the process.
Furthermore, the defense has failed to establish the photographic print presented was taken at a suitably short time prior to the victim's death. Your chronology is severely lacking, counsel.
Yeah, that's right. Too right, Nash. Too right. The old geezer couldn't have been about to turn the tables on the girl, eh?
No, what I'm saying is that there's something else like happening in here. Maybe there was a third party or something. Cause what you're saying contradicts with the evidence we have, so we have to figure out what's going on.
Okay, he has a point. No,
I mean, yes, but I have a point too. So he better stay quiet and listen to it.
Oh, I'm afraid this won't stand as conclusive evidence. Continue with the cross-examination, counsel. And heed my earlier warning, witnesses.
Not a whole lot of energy.
Skulking's never skulking.
Fuck you. Okay, so there is something wrong with this, but I gave the wrong evidence, I'm assuming. That the game doesn't like it. Okay, let's press again. I forgot what he said. Gun in his hands? Yeah, it was a sight. Two of them waving each other must be pretty hurt. So it wasn't a single discharge? Or the wound in his back? I think it was a necessary step to show to build your case later because the music stopped. Yeah, I wasn't penalized, so I did something right, but I also did something wrong because they didn't give me anything new. Like, oh, this is old stuff, right? And it was directly afterwards that you heard the gunshot. More or less at the same time. Give me that gun! Bang! See, that would insinuate that it was from the front, right? At least is how they're saying it. Because you don't shout at someone, give me that gun, well, with your back to them, do you? Okay, so I'm gonna try the... Wait, I'm gonna try the... Should I try the... this?
Objection!
So you're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windybank, was wielding a gun, is that correct?
That's it, Gov. Got the picture? Yes, Nash, yes, no question.
Okay, we've been through this already. And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows... Oh, so I was right. That I just gave the wrong picture earlier. Okay. That Mr. Windybank was not holding a firearm of any description.
You what? Gordon Bennett! That ain't right.
Objection!
I feel like the other picture will show the same thing. Fuck you, fuck this game, fuck Ace Attorney. I hate all of you. I hate you, I hate the judge, I hate all of you suck. There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Windybank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, it was also found in the accused's hand. Yeah, but if he was saying, give me that gun, to Gina to try to protect themselves like it's like a third party, that would make more sense as to why his back was turned when he was shot. I can't believe that my first evidence didn't work. Fuck you guys. Fuck all of you. You guys didn't let me speak. I could have made it work. I had a point to be made. Not only was identified as a murder weapon, it's found in the accused's hand.
Yeah, Moltula used the victim's own gun to finish him off.
Give me that gun.
Kind of thing.
Hold it!
Stay exactly where you are. Right there.
Eh?
If the crime had taken place as you so colorfully described in your testimony, it would have given rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out.
Goodness! Are you sure, counsel?
Yeah, I got an autopsy report. Fuck you. You intrigue me, my learned. Fuck you, my learned friend. Now let's see some evidence to support your claim.
Oh yeah, you want to see evidence?
Bitch, I got evidence. Where is the proof that demonstrates inconsistency in the witness's portrayal of the victim's final moments?
Oh, you want to see evidence? Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
I'll take the opposite report, bitch. According to their testimony, the witness claims to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by a gunshot.
Indeed.
With the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we're led to believe. Yes, that's right. Now, if the testimony is true, it would mean that the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. See? Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you guys. You guys all suck.
Ah.
So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mrs. Skulkin.
Yeah! Quah! Wow, Luigi. But it's God's honest truth. It is, Nash, it is. When he was shot that night, he got a gun in his hand.
You saw it with your own bleeding eyes, huh? You saw it with your own bleeding eyes. Did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Windybanks holding a gun?
Something like that must have slipped out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've all just heard admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw, with their own eyes, the victim wielding a gun. Which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person.
Nasham? Yeah! Ah!
Got him. Got him, boy. We got him, boys.
Order, order, order! Witnesses, explain yourself at once.
Well, the thing is, weren't supposed to,
It would seem that my previous warnings fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you.
Am I to understand that you placed the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies?
I'm so sorry, Governor. Truth is, we, Get it out, Nash, get it out!
I just realized the man is on a stool, and he's still that high. Yeah, he's on an apple crate, and he's still tiny. He's a very small boy.
But now, you know what it'll do to us?
Wait, so if he's not talking about Van Zykes, is he talking about the Greater Conspiracy? The Greater Conspiracy? The one with, not you, fuck you. Oh, we haven't got, what's his name again? Magnus McGilded. Ooh, conspiracy, right? I mean, it's the final case, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the final case. Usually Ace Attorney games, like 5 cases. 4 cases? 5 cases. So this should be the final case, right? He? Who are they talking about? Is it Strongheart? Ooh. I've always been sus of Strongheart. Let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will talk. There is no other option available to you.
Bruv, come on, the game's up. But you'll have no guts for garters.
In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out.
Talk.
On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place.
Brand new testimony.
Well, do we have to?
On pain of death. I suggest you make yourselves fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth. Yes, read your testimony. So they met the victim.
Alright, so we just got inside the gaff and either sigh relief and the geezer showed his mug. Give me that gun, he bellowed. And flew at us like it was possessed. I thought we had it.
Huh. Okay.
Poor old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. Chucked me over the...
He chucked me over the counter. Well, you are very small. Mr. Windy Banks was large. He wasn't that old, was he? He's only 48. He's not an old geezer. He's hardly mid-aged. Wait, how old are you guys? I think you guys were... 27, 26. Oh, I thought you guys were like older because grey hair. 27. He's not that much older than you, bro. Wait, if you think Tobias is your brother, it's quite an age gap. It's just... Okay. When did people die back then? Still like decent age, right? These guys are rude as fuck. Yeah, I mean this is almost 1900s, right? So like almost 20th century. So the like mortality rate for like, because usually the thing is for average life expectancies is that infant mortality rates would like drag the average down. At this time, I think it should have been like much better than before. So like people could, you know, easily live to like their 80s. I mean, Queen Victoria herself was old as fuck. She lived to like the 90s or some shit. So like, yeah, the guy is not even mid-aged and they're like old geezer. Like you guys aren't that much younger. Like you guys are like 12. So it shouldn't be an old geezer to you guys. Oh.
I pulled my gun on him and he legged it through that door into the back room. It had nothing to do with killing him. That's all what happened, I swear.
So he shoot them out. Huh. So now you're telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop?
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably.
It does, don't it?
But honest, Governor, this time, Nash, this time we got nothing more to hide.
Yeah, you have. What you have to hide is why the hell were you hiding that in the first place?
Very well, counsel for defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. Okay. Encounter with victim.
Alright, so just gonna start the gaff and either sigh relief when the old geezer showed his mug.
Hold it!
Press everything. When you say geezer, I presume you mean the victim and proprietor of the shop, Mr. Windybank?
And who else? Sorry, I mean, that's right. It was keeping a close eye on the entrance to the gaff, obviously. We never thought no one was gonna come out of the back room like that.
The back room being the pawnbrokery storeroom?
Yeah, that must have been where he popped it from. Only place he could have been.
So to seem the victim was already in the storeroom when the brothers entered the premise.
Which means Ginny must have been there at that point as well.
But that doesn't make sense, does it? If Jean had threatened Mr. Winniebank into the storeroom with her at gunpoint, then why would he have emerged from the same room alone when the brothers arrived? Because they had come to an agreement.
Oh, I don't know.
They were friends. Did you see the accused at this time?
What? That Moltula? Couldn't tell ya. No way, copper. We had a bigger fish to fry then. I mean, that old geezer just lost it. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and flew at us like it was possessed.
Hold it!
You mentioned that Mr. Winniebank shouted those words in your previous testimony too. However, you claimed that you had heard him yelling them from the other side of the storeroom door.
Did we?
But the truth is, he was shouting those words at you, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was the victim, Mr. Winniebanks, wielding a gun at that time?
Was he ever? I mean, lummy, the great old barrel he had pointed straight at me frontispiece.
Frontispiece? So what you're saying is, you definitely saw Mr. Winniebank with a gun at the time, is that right? Well, this changes everything.
It is, Gov, spot on it is. And all of a sudden, he came at us, he did. Was bedlam. I didn't know who was going for who.
You were clearly all going for each other.
Like Nash said, we at it. I mean, for an old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox.
Struck me right over the counter.
Hold it!
And that's where everything went flying? Yes, I noticed that you mentioned the counter in your previous testimony too.
Well, yeah, of course we did. Knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull whatnot.
Picture of a doggy.
Hanging on some marionette, what knocked the picture frame, what knocked the scales on the floor.
So in fact, it wasn't the sound of the gunshot that shocked you and made you knock those things off the counter.
Oh, big bright ear went flying off the counter like a gunshot, I tell ya. And the old geezer pinned him.
Pinned him?
He didn't, actually did. If he hadn't been there, the bloke would have fired me like a blooming pancake in seconds.
At the time in question, the alarm was raised at the local police station via secret cable from the pawnbrokery. Oh, so he raised the alarm because these guys were breaking in. So he was shot very, very soon after that then. Because we came barreling in before the police even came. And we already know from experience from when we were at that Egbert Benedict guy, the police arrived very quickly. What the fuck? What kind of quick-ass series of events happened? There is a button under the counter used to activate it, which was presumably pressed by the victim. That's right. When the brothers fled the scene and they're back on the street, they ran straight into the arriving police, didn't they?
Poor Mr. Winniebank. He did everything he could to protect his shop. Pulled my gun on him, and then he legged it through the door into the back room.
Hold it!
Did he had a gun?
Were you intending to shoot Mr. Winniebank? Nah, never! It was, you know.
Because if it was fleeing back, that was the perfect opportunity for you guys to shoot him, right?
Looking out for me, bruh, wasn't I? Was being fat and don't forget it.
By a man whose shop was being burgled, yes! And then, the man fled into the storeroom when you pointed your gun at him? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. He shoved me away and ran through the door and shut himself in.
Oh, so he barricaded himself for safety.
Didn't work.
I'm sad to say. Something about that last remark, something that doesn't quite ring true.
I wonder why Mr. Winniebank ran into the storeroom.
What? Because he should have had a gun, right?
Well, according to what everyone's saying, Ginny was in there waiting for him with a gun.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Gina allegedly used Mr. Winniebank's gun to threaten him and force him to open the storeroom door. In which case, how did the gun end up in Mr. Winniebank's hand again?
I have no idea. And
But it is strange, isn't it? A little inconsistency could be significant. I should make a mental note of it.
Look, the point is, me and my brother here. That's right, Nash. That's right, me and my brother here.
I don't know what I should present.
Nothing to do with what killed him. That's what happened, I swear.
Hold it! Sure that's what happened? You didn't hear a gunshot? So you said that you had nothing to do with it?
Nothing at all. Nothing, Gump, nothing. Oh, gee, Giza went and shut himself in the back room, didn't he? Locked it was from the inside. You know it was, because we tried to open it.
Son of a bitch. So someone must have opened the storm again, right? No, but the thing is, remember that there's a massive, like, peephole? Someone could easily, like, open that, reach through, just shoot someone, right? Because like I said, this locked room case isn't much of a locked room case with such a huge, massive, like, peephole.
It's a decent door, that one. Good and strong, wouldn't it? Punch an inch.
So in the end, the situation remains unchanged. Inside the storeroom with the poor girl, there was only one other person. The sole person who could possibly shot the victim. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade. This is stupid room. It is stupid room. Let's see, because where the hell is the picture? Is this the picture? Yeah, like, see, look how big that fucking. Okay, wait, I can't magnify it because it like disappears. There we go. See, look how big that fucking. Look how big it is. Just look how big it is. You can stick your whole head through that.
What are you saying to that, counsel?
I say fuck all of you. You guys suck. Can they prove Gina was in the room already? The thing is that that's kind of a fact that we have to like acquiesce, because when everyone arrived, Gina was in the room, and the room was locked from the inside. So, because after they left, like no one was in and out, we just saw Gina in the room already, so she had to have already been there. Don't know. Was there anyone else apart from Gina who could have possibly shot Mr. Windybank? Wait, can I say there could have been and there's just be like this guy through the door? Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
What? What's I look for?
From the moment you admitted that you encountered the victim face to face that night, the course of this trial changed completely.
It did?
What is your point, my learned friend? Go fuck yourself. The question we must answer is, who could have shot Mr. Windybank? And it is believed in defense, the defendant is not the only possible answer at all. You have my attention? In that case, let us return to this plan of the premises. The victim was killed in the storeroom, just locked from the inside. Those are the facts. So pray, what other possible answer to the question of who shot the man could there be? Well, like I said, massive people.
Counsel, must now provide answers to the court in respect to the two conundrums.
To my lord! Twice as many chances to be right, maybe? But maybe.
Indeed, namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim? And furthermore, where was the victim at the time?
Understood, my lord. Are you alright, Runa? I'm not entirely sure, but there's one thing I'm sure about. I can prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened. Or if I could prove there's a credible new alternative to what happened, it would change Gina's prospects hugely. So now, time for some clarity. Show the courtroom this plan. Show the courtroom on this plan the answers to the questions posed by his lordship. Okay. The thing about Ace Attorney is that they wouldn't be asking me this question if I couldn't feasibly figure it out already. So, time to put my thinking cap on. Let's figure this out. If you believe someone else could have killed the victim, indicate from where that person could have fired the gun. Outside the door, right?
Take that!
The defense believes the culprit could have shot the victim from this location here. Oh, good. And the answer to the second question... Assuming the culprit fired from the location indicated, where was the victim at the time? And the victim was inside. Was through the peephole, right? It'd be really funny if the tunneling plot came back here and there was a tunnel in the back. That would be pretty funny, yeah. It's like Sherlock was right again, but like in the most wrong way possible. Oh, but this is good. This is good. It means Ryosuke and I were thinking the same thing. The culprit shot the victim from outside the storeroom. Continue. Oh, he didn't stop me. Mr. Windybank died instantly from a bullet wound to his back. Looking out the stain on the blood of the storeroom floor, it didn't appear that the body was moved after death, which tells us he was almost certainly shot while he was in the storeroom. However, the crucial point is where the shooter was when the fatal bullet was fired.
So you are adamant that the shot was fired from outside the storeroom?
Well, according to the Skulkin brothers' earlier testimony,
He pulled me gun on him, and he legged it through the door into the back room.
if Mr. Windybank ran away through the door, we have to assume that the door was open at the time.
Oh,
Oh, they're saying that he got shot, he fell down, and they locked the door and then closed it, right? It was at that precise moment when the victim was fleeing for his life. These brothers had the perfect opportunity to shoot the man in the back once he was inside the storeroom.
Yeah, duh.
Come to think of it, do you remember what the prosecutors said at the start of the trial? Moving to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner, his report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. There is someone shorter here, shorter than Gina even. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself.
Poor man, shot while he was running as fast as he could to safety.
Of course! He would have been leaning forward as he was running away, so even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it would still have entered his body on an upwards trajectory.
So the culprit wasn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Windybank.
Objection!
Oh, that's what they mean, okay. I mean, one of the guys is pretty short. Can you imagine how steep the angle must have been because of the guy's height? Yeah, that's what I thought, right? That's what I thought too, but I guess it must have been a slight trajectory, so it wasn't obvious. I'm sure my learned friend can't have forgotten. The storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. You claim the victim was shot as he fled into the room. Do you also claim his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock? No, again, I told you this is a shitty locked door mystery because of the giant hole to reach through. But what if someone else locked the door? Oh, what if Gina locked the door, right? Yes, there is someone else who could have locked the storeroom door. Is that so?
very well then, counsel. Present your hypothesis to the court. This scenario just described. The defense assertion is that the victim was shot from the outside the storeroom. In which case, who shot and locked the storeroom door from the inside?
They were the only person there.
Take that!
We paint the picture of a young girl cowering for her life. This will get the jurors on our side. Obviously, the person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom at the time. The defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Objection!
That's absurd! You're suggesting that the accused deliberately engineered the sealed room? For what possible reason? Such action only served to tighten the noose around her neck.
I'm inclined to agree, I must say. Well, counsel?
It's a tricky one, that. It's not tricky! You could just easily say, well, if someone was shot in front of you, wouldn't you want to fucking lock the door too? Ryosuke! Ryosuke, you really dropping the ball on this one. It was all lined up for you. Oh, God.
Half-baked notions have no place in my courtroom, counsel. Remember that, please.
God. But of course Jeannie would have locked the door. Oh, Iris to the rescue. It almost goes to that saying, doesn't it? Exactly. It does?
Well, if I were Ginny in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could. I mean, those two burglars had just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they?
This is what happens when Sutter isn't here. Right? Thank God Iris is here. Thank God we still have someone keeping, Rurovsky's head screwed on. Oh, yes! Obviously. Yeah, obviously Rurovsky, you dumb slut. Before the brothers arrived, Mr. Strahd and Mr. Windybank were in the storeroom together. Now, I don't know what went on between them at that time, but at some point, Mr. Windybank must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom.
Intruders, eh? That's us, bruv.
If your theory is correct, I'd leave the accused alone in the storeroom. Yes, it would. Then, probably only moments later, the victims fled back through the storeroom, hoping to escape danger. When he was shot. Hit in the back by the bullet, Mr. Windybank fell to the floor where he was, just inside the storeroom. And what we have to ask ourselves now is, what would the defendant have done in that moment?
I see where you go with this.
Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Windybank. As soon as the thought struck Mr. Strahd, she slammed the door shut and locked it. In order to save her own life.
Hold it!
Oh, you guys.
I mean, we weren't the ones who did it. We ain't gov. We ain't. You gotta believe us.
I mean, come on, we never shoot no one.
Objection!
It's blatantly untrue. I know for a fact that you would. You literally shot Herlock right in front of me, dude. Because before, yeah, exactly. Because before my very own eyes, you shot Mr. Herlock Holmes. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. I think they keep forgetting that they like literally shot someone right in front of me. There's only one logical conclusion here. Mr. and Mrs. Skulkin, you brothers had every opportunity to be the true perpetrators of Mr. Windybank's murder. You see, this would line up perfectly if it weren't for the fact that A, Gina has a gun missing one bullet, and B, the Skulkin brothers had another gun also missing exactly one bullet. So, like, that doesn't line up there. So, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get off this easy.
Yeah.
Where does this leave us?
You mean to say that it wasn't a pickpocket who shot the Bromberger after all? I could have known it was those three brothers. Look at
3 brothers! Look as shady as a dense forest. Oh no, Gregson got lumped in with them.
That was amazing, Bruno. All the members of the jury seem to be fairly on your side now.
I know! First time ever! And probably the last. Don't jinx yourself, sweetheart.
Well, I think you've done it. Surely they have to give us the ability of not...
An admirable effort, my learned friend. Yeah, he's gonna hit us with the gun inconsistency, isn't he? What is this now? He's laughing?
You find the situation amusing, Lord Van Zieks? I myself find the defense's argument most persuasive.
I dare say. Such chicanery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation. Right? Such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than inexcusable pettifoggery here. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face. Gregson was worried that Iris would ruin his interpretation, but it turns out it can be ruined by just 2 criminals. I know. I feel so bad for him. He's literally just standing there to keep an eye on them. But like, everyone's like, yeah, those three brothers. They do have matching hair colors though, so. Poor guy. What? The hypothesis you put forward so ostensibly credibly cannot and will not stand. Because, you see, it contains a fatal flaw. A fatal flaw? Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. Do you mean to tell me you are unaware of your logic's failing?
I say, Alderman Zieks. Might be an idea to explain this battling conjuring tricks or whatever it is to leave the troops on the ground,
The fatal flaw in my learned Nipponese friend's argument is really very simple to understand. That glass. Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets. And there it is.
By George, count bullets?
Oh dear. He noticed then.
Yeah, he did. Huh? What's that? What's everyone talking about? Oh, real scarce, sweet, sweet summer child.
Counsel?
Yeah? Yes, sir? Tell the court. How many bullets were found at the scene of the crime?
Two? 2 bullets.
Correct. The first which hit the victim in the back, ending his life. And the second, that which struck the detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, on arrival at the scene.
Indeed. The defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by the second bullet earlier in the proceedings. The bullet which have injured Sholmes appears to have passed through his body to strike the colander.
But again, I don't think this is Sherlock's blood. Can we get Sherlock in here and just like stab him lightly to see what color this blood will turn? Like a light stab wound. Your lordship's understanding is correct. Furthermore, you know there are 2 firearms involved in the incident. The revolver belonged to the victim, Mr. Windybank, and the Skulkin brothers' revolver. The evidence shows that a single bullet was fired from each gun.
Yes, indeed it does.
Single bullet from each. Now then, my learned friend.
Yeah?
You yourself told the court only moments ago that these 2 brothers shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes right before your eyes.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness, I think you'll find.
If a single bullet was fired from the brother's gun hit Mr. Holmes, then it means...
Windybank not shot by same gun, stop! Only 1 bullet, stop!
Exactly.
Yes, this Nipponese street performer presented an ostensibly credible argument. However, it was never anything more than a diversionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny. Your face has no hope to standing up to scrutiny, fuck you. Okay, this is fine.
Order!
What the fuck was that for? You proved your point already! There are people up there! Bitch! Don't... Again, stop asking for forgiveness if you know it's wrong. Just don't do it. Pray forgive the discourtesy for flinging the dregs of this hallowed nectar into the public gallery. You just threw an empty wine bottle into the gallery? Just put it to the side for recycling later or something like that. Don't just shatter it into people's faces. What's wrong with you? Exactly, what's wrong with you?
Lord Friend Zieks?
But this court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Despite her young years, she can, regrettably, no longer be described as a juvenile. Unfortunately true. Dollar incapacity no longer applies. No, the person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with criminal conduct. The truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question with loathsome intent. can see beyond doubt in this print, which depicts her threatening the victim with a murder weapon. Baroque breaking glass is his way of marking territory and asserting dominance. Yeah. I can just imagine him. New environment, just comes in with like an armful of glass, just smashing them left, right, and center. Everywhere the glass touches is my territory. Oh my god. But he doesn't need to be so like destructive about it. Fuck this guy, man. Like, someone has to clean that up. 3 glasses and 1 bottle. That's his count so far. And I have here in my possession one more piece of evidence the prosecution wishes to present. Oh, the music disc. I'll be taking whatever it is of Mr. McGilda's down to the yard, thank you very much. I'm sorry, was I milked just then? My bad. Yes, that music box disc, Mr. McGilda's music box disc. The very day before the hateful murder of Mr. Windybank. The accused attempted to make up for this article, which clearly didn't belong to her. And with none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, I might add. Sorry, my bad. Fumbled a little bit there. I might add, by brute force and brazen impudence. Like, he's so rude to Gina. Like, she rightfully had access to that. Like, that was hers. We still have the copy. Do we still have the copy in our possession? Oh, we don't. Okay.
Good gracious!
Make no mistake, any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. There are no depths to which this girl would not stoop if pushed. No crime she would not commit. The court forgets the fact at its peril. I can't believe this guy literally goes around like, oh, you know, his tricks to fool the jury with emotion, and he goes around and pulls this shit.
I see. It could be prudent to take this music box disc into evidence, counsel. It's a grim testament to confidence.
Wo wenn Zieks are here? Rexon? What? Yes, Inspector?
We had a meeting yesterday in the yard with the prosecution service, and
I think it was agreed that the disc wouldn't be used as evidence. Oh. What are we... What's all this about? Why is the inspector acting so strangely? It's the first time he said anything about Van Zieks at all. I'm unaware of such a meeting. Huh. But those were the instructions, right from the top. The government bigwigs were insistent. Okay, so either we're diving into a conspiracy right now, or we just inadvertently ruined a top secret undercover mission. It's either corruption or we just ruined an undercover mission. I'm not sure which one it was. Inspector, I am the prosecutor, and I alone determine how to present my case. I mean, yeah, but you're part of a system, dude. I don't think you should be exempt from that. Your warning is noted. Thank you. Ooh. The prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord. Indeed? Bailiff? Meeting about this? Okay. Because we have the form McGilda on it now. Prosecution has established the accuser's motive, opportunities, and baseness of character. Therefore, there is nothing more to add. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions and rest my case. I don't believe it. I had the jury on my side for once, for all of 5 minutes. I have this back. So this case is definitely going to turn into... Oh dear. Was it even for 5 minutes, Bruno? My lord! Eh? I wonder if I might say something at this point? What is it, Mr. Garadeb?
Proceed, Mr. Foreman. And something about a bit of fog up until now, if the truth be told. All of a sudden, and it's barely obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for it.
Oh no.
Very well. The court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you will present your learnings as a defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
Fuck
Guilty.
you. Fuck you.
Guilty.
Fuck you.
Guilty.
Fuck you.
Guilty.
Fuck you.
Guilty.
Fuck you. You'll suck. Okay. Okay, I guess we're in for a second summation examination. We have consensus among the jury, it seems. And you have eliminated the impossible. Whatever remains must be the truth. Okay, you're gonna throw in a Sherlock quote there, buddy? All good. Wait, it's canonically a Sherlock quote? Oh my gosh. Wait, does Baroque read the stories?
That's my line. I wrote that for Hurley. Ugh, how dare you use it against us?
Don't worry, Iris. I don't think we're finished yet. There's still more to this case than we realize. There must be, because there's one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windybank. That's beyond any doubt.
Very well. We will now proceed with the second summation examination of the day.
Oh, I like how the judge doesn't need to be asked anymore. He just assumes that we do it. Because we will.
Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready? Adam's Squadron is primed and ready for action, sir. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
Okay, second summation examination. Let's go!
Once a rogue, always a rogue, I say. Different breed to us law-abiding citizens.
Not a great frame of mind to have.
There's only 2 bullets were found in the scene. I would say the whole case is done and dusted. You need a stethoscope to see the truth here. Every way you look at it, that was a pickpocket.
I never imagined that a simple operation would cause me such grief.
Sarah, are you still on that?
The accused attempted the theft on the previous day. You see it all for a busy day ahead.
Oh, ballistics exists. Wait, ballistics exists. Can we test? I am ballistics expert. I have seen many shootings. There is nothing I do not know about guns. Huh.
It would seem there is little remaining room for doubt. I have to admit, I was rather bowled over by the argument put forward by the chap in black. But then I fell apart like a house of cards. I saw that I'd jolly well been hoodwinked. Well, no more.
The whole courtroom is turning against me.
It's not fair!
Iris?
The prosecutor's being mean!
Yeah, he is.
Just because Ginny's done something she shouldn't have done in the past, this doesn't mean a murderer!
Yeah, you made her upset. Fuck you, Baroque. Allow me to savor this fruity vintage while I savor the spectacle of your fruitless debate on the matter. A fruity vintage hair. Happy Pride, everyone. Here's to the truth coming out, eventually. I'll smack the glass off your hand.
It's enough preamble. Counsel, proceed with the summation examination.
Okay. Yes, my lord.
Once a rogue, always a rogue.
I want to press that very last statement about the ballistics first.
Hold it!
I thought you were just a tourist?
That is true.
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. There's no way he's just a visiting tourist. So, you're a ballistics expert. Who knew? I have much expertise with guns. Ah. I have lived through many. How you say? Extreme... violent... bath of... no. Blood of...
Extreme violent bloodbaths, perhaps? Oh, I see.
Da! Those. Extreme violent bloodbaths. Okay. English is very difficult tongue. Considering the sort of people you associate with, I am surprised you still have a tongue. Anyway, you have question about bullets and guns, you ask me. There is nothing I do not know. No mystery I cannot solve. He's very confident in his knowledge of guns, that's for sure. But, if possible, please, only in Russian language.
He's not very confident in his knowledge of English, though, is he?
No, still, we should bear it in mind. He's a man if there's a mystery about guns or bullets. Besides, he's managed to convince everyone.
And you have eliminated them possible, he said. But he hasn't!
If you want to fight back, we need more material. We have to fight back. We have to turn this trial around again. Okay. Yes, it's time to press everyone. Press. Oh, sorry. Press, press.
Hold it!
Just because Mrs. Strahd has a history of pickpocketing, she must be guilty of murder? Is that what you're saying? Well... Are all members of the British Army so quick to judge? Beg your pardon? You're mocking Her Majesty's Armed Forces? The greatest military organization in the world? No, I'm simply illustrating my point. Making assumptions about people because they're a soldier or a pickpocket is wrong and dangerous. Well, yes. I have a point there, I suppose. Let's not forget, the girl has already shown she had it in her before. She's clearly a criminal sort. Through and through. Can't deny it. When you say that she's shown she had it in her, you're referring to this? Exactly. Tried to swipe it only a day earlier, Or am I mistaken? Not exactly. Given that I was actually there at the time, it's hard to refute that.
I never actually seen the real thing. Can't wait to have a closer look at it.
Oh, yes, of course. The printed one. Mr. Holmes did use his caramel bars to make a copy of the disc, didn't he? And then ordered every type of music box he could find from across Europe.
I hope he's okay. Wow, hello. Yes, it's me. How are you? Welcome. I still don't know what tune he plays though, do we? Ding. But I'd love to see the original compared to Hurley's copy.
Oh, if we search it now, will we get new information? Mr. McGilda's disc. Could there be a clue somehow? Perhaps we should examine it in more detail. Okay, yeah. That's our clue.
Where is it? Here it is. Examine.
Oh, there's nothing much to examine here, it seems.
Or Miss McGilded. That's the man you defended in court a couple months ago, isn't it, Runo?
Yeah, or rather, mistakenly defended.
I wonder what his name's doing in the back of this disc.
It's a question I'd love to know the answer to myself. Okay, so we're not getting more information?
Anikore.
Can we talk about the blood? Oh, Bruno, look! This is blood! Oh yeah, we can do the blood sample. Wait, is this gonna be green blood? Yes, you're right. Just a smear, but definitely blood. Actually, I feel as if I might have noticed that before. It's my time to shine again. I thought I'd be waiting forever. Alright, I'll steal that disc, Bruno. Can we get this done quickly, Iris? In a flash. Just at the stand, just shooting each other. What color? It's green! Oh, a lovely bright shade again! Wait, that color! It's not Herlock's blood, it's green! It's green! What is it? It's just that green, it's not the first time we've seen that color, is it? Oh shit, bro. Wait, was fucking Egbert murdered? Holy shit, bro. I am reeling. Okay. Wait, then this blows the whole case open, doesn't it? Hey, let's go back to the court record. Okay, so now we have a match for this one. It's the same blood as this guy. So it counts as one bullet, and the other is in the victim. Then we have a third bullet. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same green, isn't it? Or is it? Is it the same green? It's the same green, right? I'm not being blind here.
Hold it!
Wait, I think I can. Yeah, it's the same green. Okay, thank you for the second pair of eyes. Oh, God. The number bullet that has you convinced, because now we can argue that there's 3 bullets at the scene. We got our way. Use this auto size. Is it the same green? Bro, I cannot pick colors to save my life. My dude. I suck at colors. Is the number of bullets that has you convinced?
Only 2 bullets were fired, and 2 guns were fired must have been examined by the police. When the parlor maid asks me how many are invited for dinner, I always tell her to count the table settings.
Well, that's logical, I suppose.
Though,
Yeah?
sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing. 1 or 2 guests rather like fine china.
Does your employer dine with thieves?
So I suppose if there was another bullet somewhere, yes, if there was another bullet somewhere in which we were unaware, I'd have to reconsider my position.
A third bullet somewhere in the scene. Could that be possible? It's possible. I can prove it. I can prove it! Is the last bullet still in the person? I don't know. It might still be in Sherlock. It would be funny. Wait, shit. Do I show? I can't show Sherlock's face. I guess the blood portfolio has to be it, right? Take that!
Take that!
Ah. Okay. I just got fucked. Passes for a bullet as much as you pass for a lawyer, my learned friend. Okay, I deserve that. Coming from you, I'm gonna take that as meaning not much. Okay, that's fine. No, guys, I proved it. I drew conclusions, okay, and they're all logical. Yeah, I know it doesn't resemble a bullet. I'm talking about the picture. It in no way does resemble a bullet, if that helps your understanding my last remark. Oh, penalized.
Counsel, at the very least I would expect the evidence to be presented in the correct form. It's been a long day.
Let's actually try to find a third bullet before you attempt that again, Bruno. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming from what she said, it means we haven't found the bullet. You left something in someone. Wait, did you leave a bullet in Sherlock? Are you Sherlock's surgeon?
Hold it!
Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defendant's life is on the line here.
Well, the thing is, I couldn't really say that's been nothing to do with this trial, to be honest. What are the chances of this guy being on the jury? This jury is so fucking rigged. Wait, is Strongheart a good guy then? If he rigged the jury in our favor? Huh?
I mean, there's no question the man was shot. The bullet has simply vanished from his stomach. It's quite inexplicable, don't you think?
He's Sherlock's surgeon. I almost don't want to ask, but the surgery you've been muttering about all this time you were operating on. What's the fellow's name now? Herlinch? No, Herlock? No, Hairlock? Herlock Sholmes by any chance?
Ah, yes, good lord! It was that Hairlock fellow!
What? You're the surgeon that operated on Mr. Sholmes?
That's right, using the very latest anesthesia techniques, I might add. That's fairly major up, I can tell you.
This is crazy! Who vetted these jurors? Oh my lord, I know, right? Wow, we found the one person that doesn't know Herlock Sholmes. Yeah, because everyone in the public gallery always is like, oh, it's Sherlock, oh wow. This guy is just like, who? Hairlock? This is so crazy though, what the fuck is happening?
Let me see, the fellow was spotted not long after midnight, if I remember correctly. He said he'd been shot by some criminal or the other, so I opened him up like a shot. The funny thing is, I went over his insides with a fine-tooth comb and couldn't find the bullet anywhere.
So I'm afraid I had to throw my hands up and just stitch the fellow back up. So there wasn't an exit wound? There's just a bullet floating around him somewhere. Oh my god. There's just a bullet floating in his abdominal cavity somewhere. Oh my god. Okay, wait, no. Wait, it's good. This is good. This is good because this proves that there's a third bullet. Because if Herlock took the bullet with him, and the second bullet in the store, and the bullet in the victim, okay, we can pit this guy against juror number 2 at least. But Herlock is gonna die of lead poisoning. Yeah, he might die of lead poisoning. I don't know if it's enough to kill him like right away, but it's gonna cause problems one way or the other. I hate to state the obvious, but news? Surely that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting. Wait, we just fucking round scared, swear to god.
The counsel for the defense is correct. It's clearly shown this photographic print,
Which I debunked just now.
the bullet the Skulkin brothers fired at.
Oh, sorry, Renosuke. The bullet that the Skulkin fires fired at Mr. Holmes, hit him in the stomach region, and then exited his body and lodged into the shop wall where the calendar was hanging by the door. I think you find it's really quite simple if you just consider the problem three-dimensionally.
Ha! Who do you think I am, son?
Well, juror number 4 is the best I can do.
As soon as I saw the wound in the man's stomach, I flipped him over.
Like a pancake! That's what I always say. Oh my god, Renosuke actually had the same brain. Are you saying you checked his back?
Of course I did, and there wasn't a trace of injury. No sign the bullet had left the body at all.
What?
That's the point! Only logical conclusion, the bullet is still somewhere in the man's innards.
Which is exactly why I was saying about slicing him up.
And I'm still none the wiser even now. How many times do I have to say it? Can someone please explain how it happened? Can someone please solve the mystery? It's almost as much as a mystery as how this jury was put together. Right? Okay.
It's infuriating. What's an expert when you need one?
Okay. Wait. So can I say that the other bullet is the thing now, or are they gonna penalize me again? Alright, let's just press everyone first so I don't get fucking penalized.
Hold it!
So I've understood correctly, you need 2 pictures, left eye and a slightly different right eye one.
Exactly. You can see the scene in 3 dimensions? Like this!
So if we have 2 bullets, I don't suppose you can see anything useful with them?
You find. No matter how much you squint, the truth of the situation always looks the same here. The only person who could have shot the victim is that girl on the dock.
How can you be so sure of that?
Think about it. The Skelton brothers shot the great detective, didn't they?
Yes, that's been mentioned once or twice.
Well then, surely come to focus now, isn't it?
Waste of time. Waste of time. Okay. Mystery of... Oh wait, let's press this new one. Mr. So much surgeons on the jury? I have experienced some coincidence before, but this is ridiculous.
I'm as surprised as everyone.
There's no question that Mr. Holmes is shot.
Well, that's what the police told me when they brought him in.
How bad were his injuries, Doctor?
It was in a bad way. There was a huge amount of blood, you know. I suspect it was shot at quite close range too, because his skin was badly burnt around the point of entry.
Oh, so he had a... yeah. Oh, because when a bullet discharges, it's super hot because of all the energy, right? So it burns your skin. So you get like muzzle marks. Yeah, they regularly use that to see how far away a person was shot. But that's just strange that he was shot at like a close range and it didn't punch through his back. I guess it was like a very small caliber or something like that. Burnt?
As I said, I flipped the fellow over and examined his back. There's no signs of an exit wound. Which is why I thought it would be better locate the lug and pop it out.
And yet you say you found no bullet inside the patient.
Well, I wouldn't have done, would I? Because it's in the walls of the pawnbrokers. But how'd I get there? I need someone to solve this mystery before it drives you to insanity. There was some expert in ballistics who could help.
Even if it's extremely untrustworthy. This jury was handpicked and put together for a reason. I don't know what that reason is yet, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. What the fuck is going on? So we have a disappearing bullet on our hands. I can't present things to people, can I?
Hold it!
What do you mean you're in for a busy day?
Forgot to say, stop. Do you excuse me? Stop. I am a communication officer. Stop.
A communications officer? Does that have something to do with sending telegrams? Like an operator?
Everything from personal messages written by members of the public to the latest news in the capital. Convert all the messages into Morse code and type it out the entire world electronically.
To the entire world?
Thousands of miles of cable under the sea. Stop. Worldwide communication able. Stop. Information transmitted to and from all corners of the globe. Stop.
Ah, yes. She was getting equally worked up about radio waves or the like before, wasn't she?
They specialize in communicating information from government departments and newspaper offices.
Government departments. There was a leak. Is it you? Contains about government secrets being leaked to foreign agencies. What the fuck is happening with this jury, dude? I see. I'm sure
I'll have to wire the newspaper reports of today's guilty verdict later.
Is your like Morse code thing like bugged or something?
So no sleep for me tonight, I imagine.
Let's just finish the trial first, shall we? Can I present things to you guys? I can't.
Hold it!
If I press you now, would you give me more information? I've been through this already. Ballistic expert, can I... Yes, you're violent bloodbaths, yes, we all understand.
Oh, mousy!
I do have a question. I don't know Russian though. Wait, I can't ask him? Oh, fine. Okay. Alright, we'll just go back to jury number 2 then.
Hold it!
And we present... We'll try the presenting thing again. Okay, another bullet. I'll try the bullet in the wall as another bullet. Wish me luck, guys! Okay.
Take that!
Ah! This is fine. I don't. Let's. Screw you! Screw all of you! You'll suck! But how do I ask him? Nani kore? Okay. I'm clearly not showing the proper 2 bullets. What am I showing something wrong? Can I show people? I'm gonna wait. Let me quickly see if I can show people again. If I ever get to the very last one and I'm at risk of like literally failing out, I will ask for help. I'm gonna quickly see if let's see. Can I show you people? Because if I can show you people, I'll just show you Sherlock, right? And just be like, this guy, there's a bullet in this guy. I can't show you people. Huh, interesting. Alright, let's go through this with a fine-tooth comb, everyone. We'll figure it out. I can't show you this, because I've tried that already. This is irrelevant. Irrelevant for now. Irrelevant for now. Irrelevant for now, I assume. Irrelevant for now. Irrelevant for now. Irrelevant for now. Autopsy report. Single bullet wound. Single bullet. So that's one of the bullets. Single discharge. That's one of the bullets. Single round. That was 5. That's the other bullet. Yeah, I cannot think of what can possibly be the 3rd bullet. If it's not that picture. One in each person. Is it this? Is this the 3rd bullet?
Take that!
Nope. I mean, technically speaking, the gun's full of bullets. So I'm not wrong. Okay. I must humbly ask for some help now, if that's alright. This is frustrating because I feel like I know where it's trying to like shepherd me, but I don't know exactly what to present. I'm so confused. But yeah, one in the victim, you need to pit the doctor against the Russian dude. Oh, that's how you get them to get the ballistic. You can't just get them to talk. I had to pit them. That's so silly. Okay, there's nothing I do not know about guns. Where's the expert when you need one? I can't believe you have to pit them in order to get them to like talk to each other. That feels cracked. These statements clearly contradict the idea that all I do is pit jurors against each other. See, even he says it. This isn't pitting them against each other. This is them getting them to work together. This sucks, dude. I hate this. Oh, a ballistics expert. Exactly. Why couldn't you just turn around and talk to one another? Fuck you guys. Pitting. P-I-T-T. On the night in question, Mr. Holmes was shot by one of the Skelton brothers. But since there was no sign of an exit wound on his back, we must assume the bullet didn't pass through him. However, no bullet was found lodged in Mr. Holmes' body, either. Furthermore, a bullet was found lodged in the wall of the shop where Mr. Holmes was shot. Juror number 6. Hello, my name is Villain. Pleased to meet you. This apparent contradiction in the facts is so clearly troubling juror number 4. Are you able to explain that mystery? I have seen very similar situation in Motherland. Okay. It is a bit weird for realism. Right? Like, I understand that you have to use game mechanics when you're playing the game, but like this... Like, for them to ask me to use a mechanic where I'm supposed to pit the jurors against each other to get them to, like, answer questions for one another, it doesn't seem right. I feel like they should have one of those things where it's like, oh, could I ask someone else? And then, like, a prompt like that, rather than a pit prompt. This felt like a bit of a cop-out. It was night. There was blizzard. I was running away along mountain road in freezing cold. Golly! The snow was piling high on both sides of the road. It was very narrow and dangerous. My pursuers are hunting rifles they were using on dog sleds. Mental note: don't ask too many questions. I was shot from behind and I fell down in snow. And the situation was very similar to what I hear today from Doctor. They could not find bullets in my body, and no sign of, how you say, exit wound.
Then where'd the bullet go?
Bullets never hit me.
Eh? Well,
If it never hit you, why'd you fall down?
Bullet hit frozen wall of ice very close to my side. Shrapnel? What? One small piece, very sharp, broke away from a lump of ice and pierced my body. It made a deep wound that looks just like a bullet wound.
Good gracious.
Of course, a piece of ice quickly melted inside me. And that is solution to mystery of disappearing bullet. Sir, I don't think your situation was as similar to this situation as you made it out to be. For one, we were not on an icy tundra. I don't think there was any ice around.
But that doesn't answer the question at all! Huh? This shouldn't happen in a pawnbroker shop! Not some snowy mountain road in another country!
Just an idea, but we might not be looking at exactly the same scenario here.
Bruno, where exactly was Hurley shot again?
Abdomen? Well, according to the report, in his stomach, sort of around this area, I think?
Well, that's precisely where he always wears a little pouch on his belt.
A pouch? Actually, I might have noticed something like that.
Yeah, a pouch! It's where he keeps 3 glass vials of very dangerous chemicals that he uses in his investigations.
Oh my god, was it not a fucking gunshot, but like a mini explosion close to his body? A fucking mini explosion that pierced his skin to make it look like a bullet wound, but it wasn't. That's why there was a burn. Oh my fucking god. What? Really? Doctor! Where's the pouch Mr. Sholmes was wearing?
Well, the fellow had nothing like that on his person when he arrived at the hospital, as far as I remember.
If I may. Lord Van Zieks? Well, I realize it is forbidden for the prosecution to interject during the summation examination.
You're allowed to help, right? You're helping, right?
I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom. Sorry? As I understand it, when the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Holmes injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound.
Ah, thank goodness. I thought I was getting forgetful for a moment.
Since then, it has been in my safekeeping along with all other evidence relating to the case. I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred.
Very well. While extremely unconventional during a summation examination, I must demand the prosecution present this item in question with all speed. Bring forth Mr. Sherlock Sholmes' pouch. I see. This is the pouch worn by Sherlock Sholmes on the night of the question, is it?
Look at that! One of the files is broken and the leather around is scorched black. It's almost as if the file exploded.
Exploded?
So that night, the bullet from the Skulkin brothers' gun struck Mrs. Holmes' pouch.
And it was a glass vial exploding that caused the fellow's injury.
His bullet did not penetrate the victim, but was deflected into Wolf's shop.
No, but then why would there be blood there, sweetheart?
A delightfully complex aroma.
Oh, it would appear one mystery has been solved.
No, it hasn't! I hate this game. I hate this game. I don't know if Sherlock is lucky because a bullet missed his body, or unlucky that the bullet broke his vials that then broke him. Right? It's like some extreme swings of luck. It's like, on one hand, congratulations, you didn't get shot. But on the other hand, congratulations, you hit the one area that would injure you. Oh my god. Though it has no bearing on the truth of this case. Wrong. The bungling and the burgling brothers shot the detective, and the accused shot the pawnbroker. The pertinent facts of the case remain unaltered.
Ugh. At least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight.
Thank you, young man. Duh. Thank you very much. Glad I could help.
Sparing the conundrum solved, the court will sequester the scruffy pouch as evidence.
How is pouches and scruffy?
Okay, let's quickly check it to see if there isn't a bullet in there somewhere.
Oh, the summation examination. It would appear the defense is somewhat struggling to alter opinions.
Please, my lord. A little more time. After all, there's a new piece of evidence. It could be a valuable clue, and you can't afford to overlook anything here, Brunoska. Still a way to turn this around. Somehow. I'm sure of it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Back, back, back. Back to you. But first of all... Oh, so this is where the bullet hit. Oh, it's still in there! It's really scorched badly just here.
Oh, the strap is broken, look!
Must be where the bullet hit then.
Let me see.
There it is! What the? Iris, look! Behind where the broken vial was. Do you see it?
That's Skull and Brother's bullet!
What a stroke of luck that it hit this pouch. Yeah, what a stroke of luck, right? This is an amazing discovery. R.I.P. for Holmes, though. What this means is, there were 3 bullets fired at the Winniebags that night. Which I already fucking knew.
You found exactly what that jury was talking about. The 3rd bullet. It's time to press the jury again, I think. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now we can continue on as usual.
Hold it!
I found it, I found it, I found it!
I have to go through this whole entire charade again. Yes, you were there. We're all here. We can all see me doing shit in court.
Aha!
Take that!
Finally! Vindication!
Here it is. We discovered it just now. You should have seen me. Yes! Not any question. In Winniebags pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired.
Hold it!
What? What is this new trickery? You Nipponese conjurer? Where'd you find that bullet? Look, mate, it's not my fault you didn't properly examine the evidence, okay? It was lodged inside Mr. Holmes' pouch. What? The pouch was removed around Mr. Holmes' waist before he's taken to hospital. And since then, it's been touched by no one. Do you mean to say?
The shot fired at Skull and Brothers that night?
Yeah. As your lordship has surmised, it hit this pouch.
But that makes no sense whatsoever. You already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Holmes. It's clearly visible in this photographic print. Huh?
2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence.
Yes, that of Mr. Winniebank and that belonged to the Skulkin Brothers.
An examination of both guns reveals that only a single bullet had been fired from each.
But that must mean...
That's right. We now know that on the night in question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene. and it is that incontrovertible inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment. Yeah. Love how they saw something with a bullet hole, but didn't examine it, see the bullet was still there. Right? Like, they had it the entire time, right? SMH. Yeah, this is entirely your fault, okay? You brought that on yourself. No pity for you. He's so dramatic, though, clutching at his chest.
While the summation examination remains incomplete, the court has presented with new facts. Facts that would appear to shake the very foundation upon which this case against the defendant has been built. As my prerogative in this situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination.
Oh, to continue the case? What?
Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to stand at once.
Oh. Is this to ask him about the third bullet, then?
Witnesses!
Governor?
Are you listening to the proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination?
We was, Governor. We was.
Perhaps we can dispel with a tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. A third bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that?
Make of it, Governor. I don't have nothing.
Is it one of yours?
Go blimey, Governor. Go blimey. Not a chance.
In that case, do you have an accomplice?
What? What? Never. The Skulkin brothers work alone.
Well, you know, there's two of you, it's not really alone, but okay.
Just the two of us. It's our trademark.
How soon we forget poor Sulky? I mean, I'm sure he wants to be forgotten. Only 2 bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence. The third bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it?
Lummy. That's an head scratcher.
That's all for the defense.
Yes?
Would you like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments? The third bullet and the mysterious missing firearm from whence it came.
Thinking back over the testimony we've heard and all the evidence we've seen, we know who the blood belongs to. Come on. I think I'm starting to form a picture of what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear what this third bullet tells us about the Skulkin brothers. It has nothing to do with them. I believe it has nothing to do with them.
Nash? That's right. Yeah, nothing to do with us, Gov.
We've established that one bullet was fired from each of the 2 guns already known to the court. The logical conclusion, therefore, is that on the night in question at Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery, there was another person present in possession of the third firearm. Whilst the brothers may have had nothing to do with the third gun or the bullet fired from it, it is inconceivable they had nothing to do with the third man. Yes, the brothers were working with an accomplice who was carrying a gun. Okay. Did I get the wrong answer, but they still gave me the right response? The secret accomplice? Or did all the things lead to this answer? All these fucking paths lead to Rome, I guess. An accomplice, you say? Pig's will. I don't think they had an accomplice, but maybe they did. These protracted proceedings have already forced us to endure 2 summation examinations. Yet in all that time, there's not been a murmur of a third man. If this apparently wraith-like being exists. 4th class. The court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy will be crushed.
I did have hard evidence, actually. Thank you very much.
The prosecution demands answers on 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. And secondly, the identity of this spurious character. Skulkins are lying, I know that. But how can I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding. Literally, Renolske! Please, we've been through this. Bloodstains. Well, Counsel?
Bloodstains, bloodstains, bloodstains.
I'm supposed to prove the identity of this, existence and identity. And we can do it, Renolske. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is ready to present answers. Defense is ready. I believe I can provide all the answers prosecution demands. So, my Nepalese friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. This promises to be interesting. I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it will make a difference. In that case,
Counsel, I would ask you to present the evidence without delay. The night in question, the moments leading up to the death of the victim. What proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene?
This one. The blood. You left the blood at the scene.
Take that!
The evidence is right here, in this portfolio.
By Jove, that portfolio again, is it?
Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. I'll hold your horses, man. You claim one of those blood samples proves the presence of a third intruder? Well, which one is it? The first one. Here.
Take that!
What am I looking at here? Appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar.
That's a blood stain, my lord.
A bloodstain?
Green blood. Curious, even for you. It's the court to understand that the intruder was an unhuman creature. It's something developed by Sherlock Holmes.
The Great Detective! New invention? Stop. Not yet opinion stories? Stop. It's this, you see? It doesn't have a name yet, though. The fungus sprays a chemical that reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its color.
Different elements of people's blood?
Yeah, everyone's blood is slightly different, you see? It's because it's made up of different elements. By seeing what color it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is. Ooh, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at blood. Talk of blood in courtroom? Stop. Very exciting? Stop.
As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Windybank.
Ah, a striking blue.
Yes, so you see, the green color of this bloodstain on the calendar shows that someone else was shot in the main part of the shop.
Hold fire, young man. Be some unrelated to the incident, couldn't it?
No, it's not unrelated. The date showing on the calendar is the date on which Mr. Windybank was killed.
By golly!
Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day.
And whose blood is it?
Well, the Smoking brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else. The third intruder, in fact.
Objection!
Whose identity is the court is still waiting to hear. You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is this alleged third intruder?
Take that!
Gotcha! This man's name? He's Eggert Benedict. Eggert Benedict.
Who on earth are you talking about, Counsel?
He paid a visit to Windybank's pawnbrokery on the afternoon before the incident took place. When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article from her possession. That's right. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Eggert Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force.
Broker?
Yes, sir? I believe this filthy pickpocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes,
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
That's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you rascal. And needless to say, any music box discs too. Oh my god. Yes, Mr. Holmes was eating Eggs Benedict and the bullet splattered hollandaise sauce all over the calendar. I still can't get over his name either. It's so fucking crazy. Eggert Benedict. Can you imagine in this? I know this moment is super serious, but can you just imagine being the judge and having to listen to that name? Oh man. Inspector Gregson was there at the time and can attest to what happened. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc.
Can you cooperate this account, Inspector?
Yeah, my lord. That's more or less what happened. In the interest of being thorough, I asked Woody Bank for a print showing the fella.
Oh, we have photographic evidence of him. Wow, I can't believe Sherlock's invention came in handy twice. His once every half an hour photographing invention. It's actually working. Can you believe it?
Taken from one of his red-handed recorder gubbinses.
Yes, that's him talking to Mr. Windybank that morning.
And you claim this man is the brother's accomplice?
Well, Mr. Skulkin, I never seen the geezer before in my life. On my life, girl, for my life, I never seen him.
Oh, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears that witnesses disagree with the assertion.
I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nipponese friend's actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice.
Yes, and I can. And shows the evidence. I agree. You must see the proof of the clean-cut gentleman from the photograph. It's a filthy criminal, you say he is.
Everyone's so skin deep. Everyone's always like judging people by their appearances. This is the last piece of evidence. I had a feeling that something had been missing in this trial from the very start. But now, I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom.
Are you ready to present your answer to the court then, counsel?
Yes, my lord. The defense will present the evidence now. Proof that the man pictured in this photographic print is in fact the person struck by the third bullet. Wait, can't I just present this again? Because it's still the same portfolio I gave you guys earlier.
Take that!
It's just the last page. You guys need to flip through it. Proof is right here, in this portfolio.
Good gracious, counsel! Does that portfolio contain answers to every question posed?
You just asked very similar questions, that's all. I see you share my interest in the claret-colored liquids, my Nipponese friend. But
enough. Court demands to see further evidence. Which blood sample proves the man you identified was the one shot by the third bullet at the scene of the crime.
this one. I'm literally on it.
Take that!
Making me do a whole song and dance when you could have just looked at the entire thing from the beginning. As I mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted, deceitfully admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Windybanks.
Which is when the aforementioned Eggert Benedict appeared at the scene, I believe. The man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession, no?
That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. It was following this that a minor incident occurred.
But of course, sir, here's a disc for you.
Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. So goodbye to style.
Wait a minute. That disc is mine.
She barely attacks me.
What do you think you're doing, you little trap? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal.
Which is impressive, considering he's wearing gloves. Being the music box disc, it had countless small but sharp metal protrusions all over its surface. These protrusions caused Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed. The resulting smear of blood is still visible on the disc now.
Goodness, a bloodstain is it?
My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom. You all saw the pink puff of smoke, didn't you?
Using my trusty fucker gun.
Yes, and we added the results to this portfolio.
I say, it's green. It's the exact same color of the letter on the calendar.
The evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Mr. Eggert Benedict, who was at Windybanks earlier that day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime that same night.
So there's someone else there.
Look at those two brothers now. They're splitting buckets. Wait, what are you talking about? There's blood in here.
My lord, it is the opinion of the defense that Mr. Edward Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify. Can we even find him, though?
But Senator Z, I can ill afford to ignore the gentleman's
Apparent presence.
Objection!
This has gone for long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of the law. Yeah? Sherlock Holmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name. The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection of some sort. And now you employ chemical substances derived by this fantastical persona in the highest court in the land. Do you expect us to take you seriously? The example is made by this plaything and not fit to be court evidence. So the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it?
Going to stab you to see what color your blood turns? We can test it out right here, right now.
Here's how you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color. Well... Oh, Van Zykes. And pray, do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Holmes' word for it. Is he right? Is Mr. Holmes' concoction a little rubbish? I don't know. I mean, he's a great detective. What are you talking about? We can't let him get away with that. I knew it would come to this. Of course Mr. Holmes' invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body. But what other choice did I have?
I'm just remembering what Father Christmas over there said before. About how he was temporarily suspending the summation examination.
Oh.
In other words, the examination isn't over yet, is it?
Good grief! What did you just say, young lady? Young girl.
And in summation examination, the decision to whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it?
Get dunked on by a 10-year-old boy!
So the way I see it, it doesn't matter whether certain people think of Harley's invention. At least, not for now.
Yeah, she's right.
Young lady, you have quite a devious mind.
It really just comes down to one thing. Whether the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are convinced by what you say, Bruno. Is that about right, wouldn't you say? Or did I misunderstand something?
Unbelievable. Mr. Holmes' partner is a force to be reckoned with. I'd say she's a driving force, actually.
Iris Wilson, sharpshooter.
After that shrewd process of the situation from an entirely unexpected source, it must be acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion. This is absurd!
I know this is completely unrelated, but if a priest were to finish law school, will that make them a father-in-law? Will that make them a father-in-law? I think so. Father-in-law. Can we please get an Ace Attorney spin-off game? Just for this premise? I do love that. I love that a lot. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. That's the best joke I've had so far. Oh, you must disappear because of work. I understand. Thank you so much for just giving me that wonderful joke. It really made my day, made my week, made my year. I hope your work goes well. Thank you for dropping in. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. That really tickled me.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court now looks for you for your final leanings on this matter. proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and just conclusions. So then, state your final decisions in turn, please.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
Thank you.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
We got through by the skin of our teeth there. Holy shit. Bare minimum of 4, we just barely got 4.
2 call guilty, and 4 call not guilty. Such is the outcome of the summation examination.
Objection.
My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage. The prosecution refuses to accept this decision. On which grounds? These jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, and they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt. I'm sorry, Lord Menzikes, but the outcome of the summation examination cannot be ignored. Her looks cloud actually help for something, right? I didn't ever expect his fantastical like reputation to ever come in handy, but it really did come in handy, didn't it? This trial will continue.
Suck on my dick, boy.
Nonetheless, we found ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has very reasonably requested the subpoena of a new witness. But sadly, I fear that will be impossible.
Yeah, we don't even know if he actually exists as Eggert. What?
The name the gentleman gave for himself? Eggert. Benedict is quite clearly false.
I love how everyone. Oh, it's because you're Japanese. You don't know how English names work. Oh no, we're all scared. It's like Eggert Benedict. Yeah, that sounds like a name. That sounds reasonable. For every English person, they're like, Eggert Benedict? What kind of bullshit name is this? Oh no, poor Ryosuke. Just when I managed to prove the man was there that night.
Could I say something?
Who was that, please?
Who spoke?
Oh, it was me, my lord. Juror number 5?
What have you say, madame?
If possible, Inspector.
Me, madame?
I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again. The one in which the gentleman is shown.
Ah, right, yes. This one you mean. Of Mr. Benedict.
No way, does she actually know him? No way.
Yes. There's no doubt in my mind.
Juror number 5, you don't mean to say? You know this man?
Yes, I know him.
What? No! Good gracious! What is up with this jury? What? What's going on?
Juror number 5! How on earth?
I am a communications officer. Stop.
As we clearly see.
The gentleman in the photograph is... Stop.
Also a communications officer. Who works in my office? Stop. Oh! He's the leak! He's the leak! Wait, sorry. I got too excited. He must be the leak! Wait, this conspiracy! Oh my god, it's all connected. The conspiracy of the leaking information and the conspiracy of Mr. McGilded. Oh my god.
A very talented operator, in fact. Stop. You should be in the communication station now. Stop. Tapping away on the telegraph. Stop.
This doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right. Yeah, because it's all connected. It's all too connected. That's why it doesn't feel right, Ryosuke. How on earth did this jury just be so... Oh my god, I can't wrap my mind around it.
Suppose we all imagined the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. It's a bit unexpected to find out he has a respectable job by day and whenever he gets up to at night.
Yeah, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I thought something was wrong. No, it goes deeper.
If a gentleman is at London's communication station, we should be able to subpoena him within the hour. All Van Zykes, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Make the necessary arrangements with all haste.
As your lordship bids.
Court will recess for 1 hour. New witness arrives, we shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony. Inspector Gregson,
Yes, my lord.
I should like to hear from you specifically about events of the pawnbrokery the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess.
Oh, it's like being summoned to like the principal's office.
Yes, sir, my lord.
Very well. Court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
Holy shit, dude. What's been going on? To be continued. Okay. This case is so like I knew this case would be like it would have to like wrap up some like loose ends, right? At the very least, the Magnus McGilded case, because that was obviously like a massive cliffhanger. But what is going on? This jury handpicked by the Chief Lord Justice? Is that how juries work in this day and age? How did he know? What is his goal? Why did they like are they using this case to highlight the problems in the system? Like what's happening? What's going on? Oh my god. Okay. I guess we'll find out. Exactly how it's all connected. But that's all for today. I'm gonna call it a day here. We'll finish the rest of this case. Hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow night we will continue on. But until then, I will be losing sleep over what the hell is going on. This crazy case. It's just so much. There's layers upon layers. Layers upon layers upon layers. Every time I hit a new strata, I think this is it. This is the end. No, it goes deeper. We're like earth core deep now. Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone. Once again, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for joining me. Glad to see you all here. And I hopefully will see you tomorrow. Same time as today. Once again, thank you everyone for coming, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye!
Bye.